We are in the middle of a brand new series, a brand new practice at our church. And it's so funny because I am loving it so much. But about, I don't know, a year ago, I would have told you I was really bad at both of these things. My office is a mess and it kind of has to stay that way. It really annoys me that this table has to be at a diagonal. It's not good for real life, but it's great for the podcasts that I do each and every week. Throws off my groove. Your anointing comes from the disappointing. And I've actually never preached that in a sermon, but goodness gracious, is it a great way to understand life. And I have just been thinking about, we often determine who we are in this season of disappointing, not realizing it's for our anointing. Are you kidding me? Wrong booklet. I randomly store stuff up here. There it is. Has to do with this guy. You can skip ahead the next minute. I want to share this sermon clip of what we're doing as a church. It's a minute long. Guess where I have been. What is happening? For the last 2 weeks. Show you. My vlog randomly started playing.
Right here. Wives, you can totally blame me that your husband will now never, ever, ever get a vasectomy.
Oh gosh, I forgot
I'm one
about
of the
that.
worst.
It sounds great, but if you're like me, what does a harvest of righteousness even mean? It's honestly what we're seeking to do as a church family. I think Eugene Peterson, one of my favorite poets, pastors, and authors, he put it this way: a harvest of righteousness is, quote, a healthy, robust community that lives right with God. That's what we're after. But that doesn't happen unless we're doing the hard work of making peace. So is this even possible? A healthy, robust community that lives right with God, hear me, doesn't just happen because we want it. I believe it happens because of the grace of God, but also because it is hard work and it is holy work. And so here's the big idea for today. As we're doing this hard work of hospitality, peacemaking, we're about to do generosity. I feel like I just need to take one step back and encourage us. Look, we make friends and love other people through the hard work of hospitality, peacemaking, and generosity. But we maintain friends and love those who hurt us through the holy work of faith, death to self, and agape love. So the two things I said I would never do, or I was no longer good at, I thought I was good at it until life ministry hit me, was first of all, any sense of fundraising, not even just fundraising, because I'm still not doing that right now, but just talking about money and generosity to people. I just decided I was bad at it because I kind of looked at how awful I've been able to raise funds in the 8 years of our church. And even now, it's not like I come to you and say at the end of this video, look how much we just raised. It's actually, awkwardly enough, our giving's a little bit lower this year than it has been the previous year, and we literally have almost doubled in attendance. But that's one thing. Never thought I could talk about generosity well. But also, I kind of resorted to the fact that I wasn't very good at vision casting. Funny enough, that's what all of this is. And I realized recently in preaching this and creating this Formed by Generosity series, it's vision casting and inspiring people to be generous. And I just have to be honest with you, I love it. What's great about giving is I can actually put it on a spreadsheet and go, yeah, I'm increasing in my generosity. I'm actually growing in this area of my life. Now, the third thing I want to point out from these two verses that I think is most important is Jesus isn't interested in creating donors who give legalistically and stubbornly, but in making disciples who give cheerfully and sacrificially. Pharisees were the best donors around. They were the ones invited to all the different fundraisers, but they would give exactly 10%, and that was it. So in other words, if they gave to the temple that 10% and they saw somebody on the side of the road who was hurting, they would say, well, I've already gave my 10% for the day. There's no way I can help you. In the same way, I think we can kind of examine our hearts. Are we like Pharisees? Maybe you do give to the church, but you never open up your home. You never have people over for dinner. You never find yourself just covering people's expenses or blessing somebody with a meal. Then that means maybe you're giving legalistically and stubbornly. Because I think we can all agree, Pharisees are givers, They're donors, but they're not disciples. They're not giving in a way that requires faith. They are not living in the way of Jesus. We had group last night, and just the confessions people were making, how God was working in them. And even as I prep these sermons, I'm prepping them faster than normal. I just have so much joy. But how do I word this? I just resorted to the fact that I was no longer good at it or never was good at it because I took a series of L's, didn't grow as fast as we thought we would. I went through a lot of just emotional immaturity that I had to process in my own life. But now realizing the gratitude I get if and when this stuff starts to work is so much more profound than if I just went up and to the right, just one success after another. So I am honestly just finding myself not knowing how long this season is. We've been experiencing more wins than normal this past year, but it's just fun again, and I have gratitude, and I love that. I think somebody said it's impossible to have anxiety and gratitude at the very same time, and I just love that everything does feel like a gift again. And vision casting really does feel like we're creating a certain type of people. We are zigging where the world is zagging, and it's just a joy. And I feel like the pressure is off. I'm having fun again. And I wanted to make a video to tell you, don't give up on your gifts. Don't give up on your calling. It's never just automatic, perfect progression every step of the way. There's a lot of different steps to get there. But goodness gracious, is it worth it? Keep fighting the good fight. Comment below if you want me to keep making these little documentaries. Grace and peace. Thank you for watching today's video. This is the video I think you should watch. This is the video YouTube says you should watch.